How y'all doing, YouTube? Oh, this shot lighter is bad. How y'all doing, YouTube? It's the finale, man. I'm back on it. Back on the grind. You know, we out here sitting down, just constructing what we can build within ourselves. Right now is a time where we have the choice to either build or fall into the fallen, you know what I'm saying? Fall into the construct of how we were supposed to supplement the society. The only reason as to why we were put here into the earth is to change the vibration and frequency. When you waking up to that reality, you realize of how much energy was wasted on external factors that never catered to what really mattered. The process of trying to transform your inner dialogue within yourself, it takes a lot of energy. And when you're wasting it on things external, you cannot give yourself the transformation time to process the information that can change your mind. Your mind is the fourth dimension. The third dimension is the physical, which is your human self, you know, just things that you eat, things that you take in from working a job, or physically you have to break free from just addictions and things like that. So that's the first step of transformation, is knowing that you have control over anything, because you are the crown chakra. You are not anything else other the root chakra, which is the survival mode that's set for you to follow. But breaking addictions can be the most hardest part due to the extreme fatigue of trying to balance your life out within the society and following other people's opinions and how you were taught since a child. So physically you were picking up addictions within that time frame of trying to figure yourself out, but at the same time you didn't know you were under a spell due to you failing to realize you are nothing but the inside. So breaking free from information that was taught to you, you're giving yourself time to self-reflect and observe what is good and what's bad for your individual, lessons that God gave you. So awakening this process can be such a detrimental hard effect, and it takes a lot of time because you took a lot of time of distracting yourself. So you need to pick up healthy habits. These healthy habits could be working out. These healthy habits could be sitting outside in the sun, grounding yourself, opening your chakras, going within, figuring out what activates this lower root chakra base self version of yourself, because everyone has an individual root chakra. We have information that we cannot realize until we really pick up on how it affects. So let's say, for example, I smoked a lot of weed, right? I picked up on that habit due to me wanting to distract myself from what was going on at home, and that was my escapism. So realizing there's no escape there's no escape to this world. You are trapped here on the matrix. You must detach from the matrix to separate yourself from the matrix. So you falling under their spells of wanting things from them, from the matrix, that will supplement your soul, you realize that it never gave you any satisfaction. So in that process, you are breaking free from all the addictions that you once had. Like me, I don't eat in the mornings. I don't smoke. I don't, watch porn. I don't really get on I don't really get on social media like that. All these things really just happen to me organically. So it depends on the person, how strong of an individual your mindset is to break free from these things that is keeping you obstructed into the matrix. So with that being said, it's not easy, it's not hard, but you got to find a balance of knowing that you are the feminine and the masculine, and balancing out the masculine and the feminine, which is the ego and the crown chakra, which is the root chakra and the crown chakra. You are balancing that out, giving it, the chakra is able to rise within so that your frequency can raise. Raising your frequency gives you it gives you a lot of pain and suffering, because things pop up to the surface that you must heal in order for your frequency to raise. You must pass the test, as they say, pass the test, due to you're trying to figure out why did these pop up now but never popped up in the past. But it did pop up, you just were running from the grief of yourself. You were running, you thought this human density, this 3D dimension would give you the type of satisfaction to follow in order to satisfy that. It's just a dopamine pleasure, bro. Your whole life you've been chasing dopamine. Let me tell y'all the real. I'm using these big ass words. Honestly, bro, right now in my current moment, in my authentic self, I'm just really just trying to live and breathe and take in the information, and go within is all we need to do. So I'm not gonna lie, man, being on YouTube, I'm really just trying to chase the money. And I realized that if I keep chasing the money, like, I know these videos aren't gonna get pushed out. That's why I gave up a little bit. I'll be giving up. So it is what it is. Like, the chosen ones they have the hardest lives. The chosen ones, we are really misunderstood. We have that light within us, that aura field, that power that not a lot of people can have. They can't even figure it out in their lifetimes. And chosen ones, they automatically was given this power at an earlier state than most of society. Society has to wait until that time comes for them to realize things. But chosen ones get information early on, before everybody else knows, and everybody else can be comfortable with being with that information. So chosen ones realize that yes, your life is hard. Yes, your life will remain hard for your lifetime. But would you rather be reincarnated and put back in this plane and have to live this life again, just because you didn't realize your self-worth, your self-aura, your self-energy that God gave you, and information that your DNA has processed within yourself? Are you gonna keep running away from that and coming back and then having to do it all over again? Or are you gonna just like sit there with it and really realize, like, yo, I really needed that. I needed that in order for me to move forward, to evolve, So you need to take control. Your mind is the controller. If you control the mind, you control your reality. You project what you are. I'm not really good at I realized that I'm not really good at being a people pleaser. I'm not really good at working a job. I'm not really successful at trying to be what other people think I am. I'm just authentically me. And I can't really follow rules that was given to me, which is okay, you know? That's not what life was about. It's to be taught things and to use that lesson from other people, because other people don't have the answers like you think you do, like the thing they do, you know? We're in a selfish world. We're in a world where, you know, you may be comfortable. You may be meant to be in this plane of existence, but you became aware of the game. You became aware of how they control and how the people on the top is using you to be a part of their orchestra and their play. So instead of acting like you know, like you really is the know-it-all and you just know the truth. You know the truth behind the scenes. You know the truth. You chosen ones know what it takes to be the best version of yourselves. Instead, we follow others. We follow other people's conception on what life should be. And it's okay, man. A lot of people do that. But when you break free from that, then you're able to transcend. And when you transcend, you become above others. You become not necessarily above, because you know that we have to act on the third chakra, the third eye chakra, the pineal gland. So we have to have empathy for those that don't understand you. So you take a step back, you're protected on that journey, trying to awaken and raise the frequency and Kundalini energy within the planet. And without you, there wouldn't be any. It would be hell on earth if you weren't